everybody in Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. My name is Richelle Dickerson, and I'm the CEO of RhemaFinancial Financial Solutions, and I'm a senior manager at Experior Financial Group. And today I'm going to be presenting to you the 30-minute federal employees retirement rescue plan. Did you know that the Thrift savings plan needs a rescue? Did you know that the Thrift savings plan, or otherwise known as the TSP, lost an average of $50,000 to $250,000 per person on the stock market during the pandemic? Can you imagine what it feels like to lose just $50,000 out of your retirement because the stock market crashed? Did you know that the stock market crashed over 10 times during the pandemic? And people lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in their 401ks and thrift savings plan. How do you recover from that? That's like taking 4 steps forward to take 6 steps backwards because you lost 2 times the money. How can you work an hourly job at $10, $25, $30 an hour and possibly work and work and work every single day to put that money back that you lost? If you lost $50,000, for some people, that's 1.5 years worth of income. 1.5 years worth of income you have to go to work just to put back in your retirement plan. How much real sense does that make? So today we're going to be talking about specifically federal employees, but if you're not in the federal government, I'm asking you to apply this to yourself because you have a 401k. Hopefully you do. The least the job could do is give you a retirement plan. And you have on-the-job life insurance. And you need to check with your HR because your retirement and your life insurance work pretty much the same way. All right, so with that being said, I am going to share my screen. So this is the Federal Employees Retirement Rescue Plan. And as I said before, the retirement system in the United States of America needs a 911 resuscitation. Because at the rate that we are going to hit Social Security statistics. Social Security says that 95% of the population of the United States of America is going to retire, and they will either be dead by the time they retire, they're either going to be working at minimum wage by the time they retire, but they will definitely be below the poverty level. Do you know that the system is set up to make sure that you are at or below the poverty level at retirement? Raise your hand and let me know if you want to be at the poverty level. I'm going to try not to get too political, but I'm telling you. But we need to observe the masses and do the opposite. So the name of my personal agency is RHEMA, which means God's or Infinite Intelligence's spoken word, financial solutions, or infinite intelligence giving us financial solutions, which is being tapped in to a greater mind. We're here in Virginia Beach, Virginia, Our website is RhemaFinancialSolutions.net. The IMO, or the larger organization, is Experior Financial Group. I have over 30 agents in my group. The goal is to have 100 by this time next year. And Experior has over 3,000 agents. And their goal is to have 10,000, expanding in Puerto Rico, Europe, already in Canada, and the United States of America. I'm not going to go too much into my bio, but just know I've been in the industry since 1992. I'm $1 million round table producer. I actually hit my first $1 million round table qualifications in 1996. I don't know if Tupac was still alive. I don't think he was. But in 1996, in my 20s, I hit the $1 million round table over and over again. Didn't know it because our agency didn't expose it because of financial and racial segregation. They didn't let us know how goated we were, but been doing this for a long time. The opportunity is vast. We are financial evangelists. We go out into the community by any means necessary and spread the good news of financial literacy. Financial literacy is the beginning of financial independence. Without financial literacy, there is no such thing as financial independence because you're going to lose your money because you don't know what to do with it. So we get out into the community and we spread this word. So partner with us. We have a women's Facebook group called Black Women's Financial Advisors Coaching Group. If you're a woman of color, join the group. We're forming a sorority. We go live on Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, you name it, to spread this word. All right, so I'm not going to go into a lot of this. I'm going to skip the carriers and all of that, but I want to get here. Let's get here. Boom. Did you know that there are holes in the thrift savings plan and in 401ks that leak out large amounts of money? And I'm going to talk to you about a few of those holes. The first hole is taxes. Did you know that a bare bones minimum of 30% of your thrift savings plan is going to be paid back to Uncle Sam in both state and federal taxes? 30% loss or more of your entire retirement is going to go back to taxes. There's one more that's not on here. I need to add fees. If you need your money before you're 59 and a half years old, the federal government is going to assign another 10% in early out penalties and fees. So that is 40%. Inflation. If your money is not earning an interest rate that is the same as inflation, then your money is dying in the womb, which means it's not keeping up with the cost of living. You must earn a bare bones minimum of 5% interest on your money to even keep up, to get near the cost of living and inflation. Oh, there it is. I did. Fees. Not only the early out penalty, but there's also administrative fees, rollover fees, loan interest fees. There are so many fees attached to it. It's like an infestation just eating away your cash before you get your hands on it. And then the biggest one, which I absolutely hate and I think is ridiculous, is gambling with your money, gambling with your retirement money on the stock market. Who does that? Why would you do that? You gamble with your fun money, not your retirement money. All right, I have strong opinions. I do. So the first hole is taxes. State and federal range between 10 and 37%, depending on your income. I don't even know where do they pay 10% taxes. I might need to change that. I don't know who pays 10% taxes. I think the people that the teenagers that work at McDonald's probably pay more than 10% taxes. I might need to change that. I don't know. And then state and federal taxes 4 to 13.3%. All y'all beautiful California people, y'all pay way too many taxes. California and New York, woo, they hitting you hard, honey. So you combine those two taxes and you are killing your future self. Your 55, 59, 60-year-old, 65-year-old self is going to pay out a minimum of 32% of taxes or more out of that pitiful poor retirement check. Where am I getting this? Am I making this up? No, I'm not. You can find this on the tsp.gov/in-service withdrawal, financial hardship, blah, blah, blah. You will find all this stuff listed on that website. Write it down. Take a screenshot. Penalties. We already went through them, right? 59 and a half, early out penalties, rollover penalties, withdrawal penalties, loan penalties. You name a penalty, they'll come up with a penalty and take some more money from you. And this is a graph of what the thrift savings plan and what the S&P 500 did during the pandemic. What a roller coaster. Look at the dips. Who wants their money to do that? Do you want your money to go whoop? And suppose you're 59 and a half, 60 years old, and you got to go because your body is tired, your family is weary, and you got to retire. And you had to do so when the market was down. Then what? How long would it take you to recover a loss of $50,000 to $100,000 in cash? And you're retired and your income's gone down by 30, 40, 50% from when you were working. Talking about a fixed income, somebody's going to have to fix your income, honey. So this chart is coming from the federalnewsnetwork.com. So your money flatlines if it doesn't keep up with inflation. We call that in the industry flatlining. If inflation or the cost of living and the cost of gas and bread is going up every year by 8%, and your money is only growing by 2%, every single year you are taking, oh no, what's the math? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every year your money is taking a 6% loss. You are losing negative 6% in your retirement. There's 3 buckets you can put your money in: the bank, a 401k or thrift savings plan, or an independent company. The banks charge you state and federal taxes, surrender charges, and they only pay you about 1% or less interest on your money. You're lucky if you get 3% interest on a CD, but then they have surrender charges and taxes on that. So you're not getting any growth there. Just put your emergency funds there, just enough to keep your household going. And if you needed to grab some quick cash, everything over 6 months worth of emergency funds needs to be diversified. The 401ks and TSPs, we already talked about that. They lose your money on the stock market. They charge you all these taxes and fees. By the time you barely have anything left. The best place is an independent company, but then you need to find a trusted advisor, somebody you can trust, and you got to find a trusted company. You got to know the products and services. The first two buckets are public banking, which means if you have an O.J. Simpson scenario where you standing in court and you're in some kind of trouble, guess what? The judge can come and get these two buckets. You need a private banking system, something that is in some type of a trust. Life insurance companies are trust wrapping, 7702A tax codes, trust wrappings, life insurance annuities, life insurance cash values, and then putting your money in a trust and then taking that trust and putting it in a trust. That's what OJ did. That's why when he came out of jail, the Goldman family can't touch this. Like MC Hammer says, can't touch this. The Goldman family, the government, nobody can touch his money because he knew what to do. And guess what? I'm telling you. So now you can know what to do. All right. What's the solution? A Roth IRA, but not just any Roth IRA, an index Roth IRA. It's a fixed account, which means when the market crashes, your money doesn't lose a dime because you have a guaranteed interest rate. But when the market goes up, your money mirrors the stock market and your money goes up and grows with the stock market, but you don't lose a dime. And then you wrap that in a tax-free wrapping called a Roth. The other solutions are high cash value whole life policy. Look, don't believe the hype. Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, and all those people that get paid by selling term policies, and all those people who have high financial education and invest in mostly real estate, and they're real estate investors, and then they buy term policies and their real assets are in real estate. Don't listen to all of that. Unless you are a high rolling real estate investor, you're going to lose your blankety blanket money on the stock market. Do you hear what I'm saying? You need to have a high cash value whole life policy in place, or a high cash value universal life policy in place, and do what Bank of America does, Citibank does, SunTrust do. All the banks have 20% or more of their assets in high cash value whole life, universal, and index universal life because they know the daggone stock market's going to crash and they know how to do infinite banking with those policies. Don't believe the hype. We're in the Black Women's Financial Coaching group, and we all know the dude named Flavor Flav from Public Enemy. Wake up! Don't believe the hype. Okay, so I'm going to go past all this because I don't have time. I'm doing it quick. So I don't have time. So I'm doing this quick. So if you're a federal employee, I want you to open up. What did I do? I just pushed in the wrong button. I want you to open up your Federal Employees Group Life Insurance Handbook. Go on Google and download a copy. It comes out every 2 years. You will find that it tells you that this is a term, temporary life insurance policy underwritten by MetLife. It tells you that at age 65, your life insurance is going to start decreasing in value by 2% per month until it reaches 25% of your base salary. And then at age 65, it turns into a 5-year term life insurance policy where every 5 years they double the cost of your life insurance. That means it starts at age 65, and by the time you're age 70, you might have been paying $200 a month, but at age 70, you're going to pay $450 a month. And then at age 75, it's going to jump up to like $800 a month. And then at age 75, and then at age 80, it's going to jump up to as much as $1,600 a month. Don't believe nothing I said. Go to the Federal Handbook and look it up for yourself. That is the calculator. Take a picture, download it, look up the 5-year renewable term, and then make a decision that you're not going to give anybody $400 to $1,600 a month for a temporary policy that you don't benefit from in your life. You have to die. You don't get no interest, no cash value, nothing. You're going to give them $400 to $1,600 a month and don't make any money babies on it? No, 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 no. We don't play those games. This is a chart of what you'll find when you go over to that website. Like I said, I don't have time for all of this. I'm not going through this, but there are term versus perm. If you have term, you have it because you need a whole lot of life insurance, really cheap for a certain amount of time. But after that time is up, just know those premiums on a double, triple, quadruple, and you may not want to pay that. Get yourself a permanent policy beside that term. You can have them one, but don't just be one and done. Have a permanent policy beside it so you can do what? Infinite banking. What's infinite banking? You'll have to check me on the next video for that. But you can only do that with a high cash value life insurance policy. Do what your bank does. Do what the Rockefellers do. Do infinite banking. Learn how to leverage the use of other people's money in order to make money. My name is Richelle Dickerson. I'm the CEO of RhemaFinancial Financial Solutions, a senior manager at Experian Financial Group. And I'm here to tell you the truth. And that is, we need to rescue this United States 401k, thrift savings plan, term policy, everybody retires broke system that we're in. And the way we do it is with high cash value, fixed annuities, life insurance, and products that can never go away. Let's do like Walt Disney. Let's do like Ray Kroc. Let's do like JCPenney. Let's do like Bank of America, Citibank, SunTrust, Truist. Let's be our own bank. I love you, and I'll see you next time.